Big episode today, my friends, as Wrexham will go to Swansea and Cardiff to prove that we are the best team in Wales. Swansea and Cardiff, both deep in the relegation zone of the Championship. Wrexham, surprisingly in the playoffs still, so it's all for us to gain. Can we be the best team in Wales? What's going on, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 28 of the FM21 Deadpool Diaries. There's your league table, and as you can see, Wrexham are in 6th place in the Championship. We are in the playoffs, 3 points clear of Watford in 7th, and more importantly, we are a good, 21 points clear of Blackburn in the relegation places. So it's safe to say we are having a pretty good season in the Championship. I would very happily take mid-table, 10th, 11th, 12th. I would very happily take that, but we are very much overachieving and we are currently sitting in 6th place. And since you last left us, it's been a very rich vein of form. I mean, I forgot to show you the games in the last episode, but I mean, there it is in a nutshell. You can kind of pause it if you want to. I mean, the games you want to look at, the key games really, was a 4-0 win over Blackburn. We did get as far as the 3rd round in the Carabao Cup, but we lost on penalties to Chelsea, which, if you've been following this series, we lose on penalties pretty much every single time. I think that brings the record to 1 in 6. I want to say it could even be 1 in 7, but we lost to Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. But then we had the games in the last episode. We had Barnsley and Plymouth. We had a 2-0 win over Barnsley, 4-0 win over Plymouth. We've seen that in the last episode. And since then, we beat Reading 2-1. Drew against Middlesbrough, which was a bit disappointing. We hammered Huddersfield 3-0. Millwall did bring us back down to earth. We did lose 3-1 away to Millwall. But we did beat Sheffield United 3-1, which I think is our biggest result yet in the games you missed out on. And we're going to be going up against Swansea and Cardiff, both away from home, so we have to travel down south to Swansea and Cardiff, but we're going to hopefully prove today that we are the best team in Wales. And first game up is Swansea, and this is going to be the game we take to the Liberty Stadium. We've got Walton in goal, Bello, Harris, Baptiste and Bogle at the back, Pieri, Stiller and Phillips in the middle, Jewell, who's on the form of his life. He is scoring goals for fun on that left-hand side. He's made that spot his own. So Riddell Richards has been benched for the last kind of 3-4 games. Predo has made his Serbia senior debut. So he has 2 caps for Serbia now. He's proud that he managed to get that international call-up. And Bobby Duncan still in the goals. So that's going to be the team that we're going to take to Swansea down south. Because if you're not familiar with geography, Wrexham are in North Wales. We're closer to like Liverpool, whereas obviously Swansea and Cardiff are right down south of Wales. So we have a bit of travelling to do, but we are going to get the result hopefully against Swansea, who are struggling in the relegation places. We're even going to see a nice fancy graphic to show you where things are. So that is the Swansea side. Wrexham side going to be shown now. There we go. We've only got 1 loss in 5. And it should show the league table after this. And that'll show you where Swansea and Cardiff are. 23rd and 24th. So Welsh football struggling at the moment. Wrexham being the surprise package. So we're going to get the game underway. Swansea against Wrexham, the Welsh derby. Can Wrexham claim their first victim of this episode? First highlight of the game, and it's Swansea on the ball, plays it inside to McCracken, Jagner to Razia, it's headed away, and Grimes recycle it for Swansea. Like I say, they're struggling for form, so Wrexham should be the favourites here, but we've got to remember we're a recently promoted side. Predo's picked up a knock, that's a bit worrying, but hopefully that's not going to be too severe, as Phillips Pings out to Predo, Bogle on the right. Can he find anybody in the box? He crosses it inside to Predo, Bogle picks it up. Anybody there? Bobby Duncan having to track back. As we go to Bello, Phillips. I feel as if the move's gone, but Jewell's in the box! And it's disallowed. Mark Jewell from our own academy. Disallowed, not going to count. Pieri to Predo. I hope it's a bruised ankle. He should be able to play through it, but Duncan shoots! And Duncan scores! It is 1-0 to Wrexham, and that's why we're keeping Predo on the pitch, as he can still play through a bruised ankle. As Pieri starts the move, Predo takes a touch. He's looking for the pass, flicks it over to Bobby Duncan on the half volley, near post, and Wrexham are 1-0 up at the Liberty Stadium. Coming up to half time, very quiet, sort of the second part of that first half, but Wrexham have got the goal to take them in the lead. Swansea not really threatening that much at all. So we're going to pump the fists, tell them we have faith in them to make the difference, and hopefully we can finish the job off in the second half as Wrexham aim to get one over on their Welsh rivals. And we're going to throw in, which is cleared away, but Bello will have another chance. As far as Pieri to Stiller in the midfield. Lovely ball to Bogle. Bogle's got a few options to pick out from, but it is blocked. And Swansea are going to have to clear their lines, but they go all the way back to the keeper. And Baptista's going to recycle that. So it's gone from one end of the pitch to the other. And Wrexham now playing a bit of a short ball, just trying to find the opening. As Stiller, poor ball. And now Flabebe was through. I couldn't even say his name, but it does not matter, as Walton does make the save. Predo has to come off. It is going to be the bruised ankle that's causing him a problem, which is a shame really, because he's played well today. So Oscar Bob, he's a bit tired. So I think Callum Ainley may have to be the man to play on that right-hand side, even though he's not a left footer. So we're going to bring him on. Predo, hopefully he's not out for too long. 75 minutes. I think Bello's going to come off. He did play in the last league game. He's looking a bit tired. So we'll bring on Cohen Bramall to come on for him. Jewell's on a 6.5. He's struggling as well. So we'll move maybe Adam Phillips onto the right, or on the left rather. And we'll bring Max Robson off the bench to fill that midfield gap. So all subs made, still 1-0 up. Bogle cleared away from Swansea. I'd like us to get a second goal just to be sure that we're going to get 3 points. As Bogle picks it up into the box, it's a header. Past the post. Unlucky from Phillips. Bramall just come on, starting the move off. Pieri playing in defensive midfield from Pieri, which is a bit of an unfamiliar position for him. But he can play there. He's 4 stars from there, to be fair. So Stiller wins the ball. Can he find a pass to Pieri? Bobby Duncan. Little 1-2. Tries to find Phillips, who finds Duncan, takes a shot, but it's blocked. Lovely shot by Robson, but it's tipped by the keeper. And Max Robson, while he doesn't play that often, he does have a shot on him. Full time approaching, and we could be halfway through our Welsh domination, as we are 1-0 up against Swansea. As Bramall, we've got about another 4 minutes of injury time to go. Like I say, a second goal would put the rubber stamp on this win, but nothing is secured until the full-time whistle is blown, and Swansea could very well grab a late equaliser, and that'll be a very important point for them if they do, as they are in a relegation battle. As Grimes in the middle finds the right back, Manning puts it into the box. It's a header. Swansea almost grabbing a late goal, but fingers crossed, that should be enough. And Wrexham do get the win over Swansea. And that will mean that we are halfway through our Welsh domination. So I'll give them an outstretched arms. Well done. That was a good win for Wrexham, as we claim Swansea as one of our victims of the season. Keeps us in the playoffs, and luckily Predo's only out for 2 days. So that's good news for us. Still in 6th place, now 6 points clear of Watford, but they do have a game in hand, so they could bring that back to 3 points. Swansea now deep in that relegation battle, 5 points adrift of QPR. So we are going to skip over one of the games. So we're going to skip over Bristol City, and we're going to come back for Cardiff. Both games on TV. So, even the TV people want to see the Welsh derbies. It's live for the world to see. So we'll come back for Cardiff, and we'll skip over the Bristol City in between. So fingers crossed, we're still in the playoffs when you come back. We are back for the Cardiff game, and we are outside of the playoffs. We are in 7th place. The Bristol City game, we did lose 1-0, so a bit of a reality check for Wrexham. But if we do beat Cardiff today, not only will we be the best team in Wales, but we'll go 5th in the league, and we will be deep into the playoffs at that point. Well, 5th place, that's one of 4 teams. So I'm classing that as an absolute win. So we're going to go with the following team for the Cardiff game with the incentive of getting up to 5th place. We got Walton in goal, Bello, Harris, Baptiste and Bogle. Callum Barlow comes back into the side, and something very worrying is that Manchester City are interested in Callum Barlow. 15 mil. Give me 15 mil, you can have him. So Man City, you can afford 15 mil. Right, we know how much money you got. So Barlow's in the middle, Stella and Saw's in there as well, with Jewel on the left, Predo's back from injury on the right, and Bobby Duncan starts up front. Cardiff, again with Swansea rooted at the bottom of the Championship. We're going to try and pile on the misery and get an all 3 points, and that will make us the best team in Wales. There's nothing that can convince me otherwise that tells me we'll be the best Welsh team in the world, and I'm fully aware of how ironic that sounds. Don't you worry, the joke's not lost on me. But Cardiff City, that is the team they're going to put in. Victor Moses, Koike's in the team. Koike comes back. Oh, we got to get revenge now. Koike's in the team. So Wrexham have the chance to go 5th, have the chance to be the best Welsh team in the world, and we also have the chance to get revenge over Koike for leaving Wrexham. Let's get this game underway. It's the Welsh Derby Part 2 as Wrexham take on Cardiff. And we start with a kick-off highlight as Predo, he's got option on the right, he's got an option on the left, he goes on his own, takes a shot. It's saved by the keeper. Deep into the Wrexham half, Cardiff have a throw, puts it in the box, Harris headers it away. Goes far back as Yadom to Rolls to Morrison. Cardiff get a bit of play here as Yadom finds Moses. Cardiff looking to find that final ball. Gets as far as Rolls. Yadom passing it for fun. Smith. I'm a bit worried that Wrexham aren't really closing anybody down, but they have gone all the way back to their defence. So we are pushing them back, but we're just not getting the ball. And that's a good ball to Mehmedi. And I'm a bit worried. Koike's just set up Glatzel. I knew that was going to be a goal. They had the ball for too long. They were passing it around for fun. We weren't closing them down. And Cardiff get the first goal of the game. Mehmedi puts it back to Koike. Of course it had to be Koike that got the assist. Who else would it be? And we find ourselves 1-0 down at the Cardiff City Stadium. But we have a kick-off highlight. And kick-off highlights are good. We've established this. So Barlow pings a ball to absolutely nobody. And Dak plays it over the top to Mehmedi again. Holds the ball up. Bogle does well to get the ball. Wrexham on the counter. Players running forward. Predo tries to beat the man. That's a good ball to Duncan. Duncan's through! It's a save from the keeper. A massive chance goes begging. Starting from the back, as Cardiff City keeper pumps it upfield, Bello wins the header, and Mark Jewell on the left-hand side. Can he find a ball here? Beats his man, beats him again, puts in the box, but Predo couldn't get his head on the end of it. I'm a bit worried here. Wrexham are creating chances, but we're just not finishing them off. And then Cardiff are going to get forward here. Smith takes a shot. It's 2-0 Cardiff. And that is exactly what happens. We create a chance, we can't finish it off, and Cardiff run up the other pitch and score a goal. And we are 2-0 down now. And I don't think we're going to be the best in Wales if this carries on. The Smith on his own. It's a low drive. 2-0 to Cardiff. Free kick. Soles puts it in. It's a header off the line. We're just not finishing our chances. We are not finishing our chances. And I think that is the difference at the moment. Was Cardiff are finishing their chances. Wrexham are not. Half-time approaching, a very disappointing half for Wrexham. As Cardiff puts in the box, it's gone over the bar. It would have been a free kick anyway, he wouldn't have counted, but Cardiff have taken their chances. Wrexham haven't, and we can see we're ahead on the XG. We have the higher expected goals. Cardiff have just been clinical up front. I'm going to give a bit of a thrashing of the arms. I'm far from pleased. Boys, that was a very disappointing performance. So we've got a lot of 6.5 showing here. Who's going to come off? We've got Bobby Duncan, Jewell, Soles, Stiller. Pretty much a whole attacking front line. But I think it's going to be Jewell as he is on a booking. So we're going to bring on Richards off the bench to try and mix things up. I might even go a little bit more direct on the passing. Try and make things happen here. But we need a bit of a strong second half showing at the Cardiff City Stadium. Bogle from the throw. Throws it straight to Cardiff. He literally threw it straight to their player. That was a horrendous throw. And Glatzel now finds Smith, who's coming into the box. And if this gets a goal, I'm blaming Bogle's throw. As Moses to Smith, 1-2. Pello was a bit rash. We still haven't won the ball. It's a ball in the box. It's disallowed. Cardiff are absolutely destroying us. They're bottom of the league. And they are destroying us. Cardiff on the ball again. We're just watching Cardiff play football here. You look at the league table and you would have thought that Wrexham were the favourites. But Cardiff are really turned up today. I mean, don't get me wrong, they need as many points as they can get. As Memedy, Bogle fouls him, it's a penalty to Cardiff. And this could be an absolute hammering. Right, come on Walton, you've got this. Come on Walton, you can save this. Come on. Get in there Walton, what a save. 65 minutes, we got 65% possession. We're going to go absolutely direct. I'm not going to change the tempo. But we're going to go direct. We're going to go attacking. The best offense is the best defense. And Bobby Duncan, he's struggling. He's on 6.4. So we're going to move Predo up front. We're going to put Bob on the right-hand side. I'm going to put Bello on attacking on the wing-backs. We're literally now, we're just going for attack. We're going to throw everybody up. We'll even put Suarez up. Or Suarez. Doesn't really matter. As long as he scores, that's what I want. So we're going attacking. We need to find 2 goals from somewhere. 75 minutes. We've got 15 minutes of this game to go. Stiller puts a ball in the box. Press it cleared away for Cardiff. As Bogle to Baptiste. Long ball at Predo to Oscar Bob. Richards is through. Straight at the keeper. So this is a story of what happens when you do not take your chances. Coming up to full time, we've never looked like we're going to win this game. They've had a penalty, they've been all over us, they've taken their chances, and sadly we're not going to be the Kings of Wales, we're not going to be going up to 5th place in the league. Koike's going to get one over us. It was a bad day at the office really, wasn't it? Bad day at the office, as Moses plays it into Sorrow, a 3rd goal really topping all off, and there it is. Victor Moses, goal number 3. Yeah, I can't really complain. It's been coming. Cardiff deserve it. They really have ruined us today. And after we had that good win against Swansea, we lost to Bristol City in the game in between. We lost to Cardiff here. Bad day at the office, I think. We'll write it down as a bad day. We'll come back again. Not to worry. But we've been found out here today as it's a 3-0 defeat. Can I point the finger? Not happy with the performance, boys. That wasn't a good performance whatsoever. And Cardiff City are now outside of the relegation places. A big win for Cardiff City as they beat Wrexham 3-0. And we've got Barlow wanted to be signed for by a lot of teams. When we look at the league table, we are outside of the playoffs, 36 points, but we're only a point off Millwall, and we're only level on points with Watford. But if we look 3 points back, we could drop as far as 9th, as West Ham, Middlesbrough, sniffing around the playoff places. But we're still a good, 21 points clear. No, 19 points clear of the relegation places. So I'll take mid-table. I've already said I'll accept mid-table. So what we'll do, we will come back I think at the start of January. We'll come, because there's a bit of a gap now for the end of the year. We'll come back at the start of 2024. Might even come back for Leeds and Portsmouth. That'll be a week into the transfer window. Deadpool was very quiet last January. Didn't sign anybody last January. So we'll come back for Leeds in the FA Cup. They are a Premier League team. We'll come back for Portsmouth as well. So we'll come back halfway through January. We're still outside the playoffs. But so far, even though we did get dicked by Cardiff City, we're not the Kings of Wales yet. But we are, around the playoffs. And I think it's going good so far. But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2021 content. We will be uploading Deadpool Diaries every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time as we'll be welcoming in 2024 with an FA Cup game at Ellen Road and a game in the Championship. Thank you very much for watching.